What do you want to do tonight?
I don't know, man. It's the holidays. We can play Elf on the Shelf, do grab ass.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Well, hey, I didn't set up any. I don't know. Just jump right into it, dude. Fuck it. I didn't set up anything, so we don't have any music tonight. Nobody knows where Randy is. You have what? You have music?
No, I'm noticing like my waveform is way smaller than it is right now. Or it should be. Can you?
Yeah, I've always been
worried I'm not on the right microphone. Hold on, let me tap things.
Okay,
that looks good. That sounds good.
Yeah, it sounded like a tap. No, that's
yeah. Okay, maybe I'm freaking out. Whatever.
I think you are. Okay, hold on. Let me move.
Oh man,
there we go. Oh,
stuff's wacky.
Literally haven't touched any of this shit in weeks.
Yeah.
All right, screw it. Let me just put it right back here.
Dust, rust, must. Holidays. We're 3 days before Christmas. I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
I don't know. I just have dread in the holidays.
Do you have because I have a reason for hating this season. I haven't enjoyed a Christmas in 17 years. All right, just because of my job. So you have what? You have what the hell did you just say?
Anxiety, dread from.
Oh, okay, dread. Yeah. Why? Why do you have dread
Christmas?
Did you have bad memories? You have bad shit happen?
Not really. It's just, I guess when I was little, Christmas was like super important to me.
Yeah.
And then like when I moved away for college, it got like even like more important and even more hectic because college was Boston. So just like, okay, I need a 5-hour bus ride as soon as finals end to get back to my, folks like a day before Christmas.
Oh, so if you travel like me, like you need to be there right away. And I get you. Yep, I've been there. It was like when I went to Colorado, it's like I had to be there at 6 o'clock and, all the anxiety of leaving on time and traffic and everything. Yeah.
And then I was going to say like my parents got divorced and then that like added a whole like, dimension to the like
that sucks.
the fuckery. It's just like, all right, how much time do I spend with who on this day? There's only one fucking Christmas a year. Who do I spend? How much of what do I spend it with?
Yeah.
And that was awkward. And then I feel like slightly happier because like there's rest in peace, Dad. There's less contention for where I spend like which parent I spend my Christmas with. But there's still some stuff there where it's just like, is everyone happy and have like a good time? And
now you got the Amara problem. I mean, not that she's
never a problem.
Yeah, I didn't mean that way.
Never a problem.
I meant like spending Christmas. Yeah, like
Yes,
you still have the same little thing. People.
Yes, that is a joy. That is a joy.
When is that happening? Are you going there? Or is she coming to you?
Yeah, I'm going there a little bit after. I'm gonna get in there for New Year's.
Man, you fucking love Alabama.
We're gonna watch. Mobile has this thing where they like instead of dropping a ball, they drop like a huge plastic moon pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm going to do it.
So for people who've never met Cody McCann, like if you ever met this guy or had a conversation with him, you would never in a million years imagine he would enjoy a place like Mobile, Alabama.
I wouldn't either. I would
He's very bougie.
Me or Alabama?
You.
Because both of those statements can work. I feel like I could appear bougie.
Yeah. I know you're not.
But at the end of the day, I'm still a hamburger over steak guy, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
See, when you do the thing, when you wear a button-down shirt, you lessen one extra button, so you get your chest out. Yeah. That's where that comes from.
I don't have chest hair. I don't have chest hair. I'm allowed to do that. Yeah, no.
That's amazing.
It's Asian. It's Asian. It's being Asian.
Damn, I needed to be Asian, man. Love the food, love the culture. I'm so polite. I would get along well.
You can't just say that about all Asia. You got to like zone
No, not
in
the Koreans. Something. Not the Koreans. They're not polite.
Fuck the Koreans. Those dirty Koreans.
Hey, let's get.
What did he do? Didn't Kim Jong-un cry because not enough women or like not enough people are getting laid in the People's Republic of North Korea, and he was.
But they can't eat. You need energy to fuck, and if you're not eating,
protein required for all of it.
Like, why don't you stop being an asshole, Kim Jong-un, right? And fucking like let your people eat, and then they'll fuck more, and you have more babies.
Remember how crazy his dad was, Dennis Rodman.
With the big glasses and the hair.
Yeah. Have you read North Korean basketball rules? That can be entertaining. I'm gonna pull that up. Well, here, stall. Buy me 12 seconds. No, he spectated though. Dennis Rodman did spectate North Korean.
Dennis Rodman got with Carmen Electra. He's not that stupid. Man,
he won. There was Celebrity Mole, and he won. He was on Celebrity Mole, and he won it.
Yeah,
and he surprised everyone. He was a little devious on it, but
hey, this is a Rich Dickman show, by the way, everybody. It's 273.
Oh, shit.
273. It's just me and Cody. Nobody knows where Randy is again.
Hope he's all right. Let me know, buddy. Let me know you're right, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I was in our group chat of you're going to make me have to text Kristen to see if you're okay, and I don't want to do that. Because
I was going to suggest we do it on the show, but that could be horrible.
I know.
Right?
I was
that could end
horrible.
Yeah.
But I haven't talked to you in forever, and I didn't want to scare you off, so I didn't know you'd be so into it.
Yeah, you and me time in here.
Sure.
All right, so are you ready for North Korean?
Yeah.
Slam dunks are worth 3.
Slam dunks are worth 3. Wait a second.
They're Korean. It's harder for them, right? I don't know.
Cody, episode title: North Korean basketball, and don't forget that one, okay? I see the art in my head already.
Okay. Beyond the arch is 4 points if it's nothing but net. So you can land a 4-pointer. Yeah, so you do the switch from beyond the arc. That's a 4.
Okay.
Free throws are -1 point. Missed free throws are -1.
Because you're supposed to get that.
Yeah, they're freebies. According to Kim Jong, I think this was Il that made these rules. Those are supposed to be gimmies, and if you fuck the gimmies, not only should you get 0, you should get -1.
Yeah.
I don't like this one. Any basket in the last 3 seconds is 8.
What?
That's too wacky. That's clown
for gambling,
shoes.
Right? Well, they don't gamble over there, do they?
Well, everyone loves the game-winning buzzer beater, but I can see coaches and strategeries being like, all right, hold on to the ball for the last second, and then we'll go up by 8 and win. That's too hard of a win condition for whoever has position.
So it's just 8. You don't get the 4 points for a swish beyond the arches. You just get 8.
Yeah, I think it's just 8. Any field goal made, any field goal made in the last 3 seconds is 8.
Okay.
No tiebreakers. I don't like that one either.
What are the scores like?
Yeah. I don't know.
What are the final game scores? 277 to 262.
Yeah. Okay. In 2013, there was a Rodman witnessed a 110 to 110 tie, according to thisbasketballworld.com.
A tie. Okay.
I don't like that. I feel sports should be definitive unless I don't know. I'm happy with soccer ties.
Are you? I feel like soccer ties are the worst ties. They're so unsatisfying.
Yeah, but I feel like that's part of the game. That game is fight tooth and nail for 1 point. Yeah. And if your opponent gets, that 1 point as well, you just have to be we're equal. And then, one of my favorite artists, I think his name is Beetle Moses, and it's a 2-panel webcomic or a 4-panel webcomic. It shows soccer fans going crazy and biting each other, throwing flaming trash cans onto the pitch, and
that's just crazy, man.
Beating each other, and it says end final score 0-1. It's you that's one of those sports where you can absolutely lose your fucking mind over a score that's 0-1.
You ever tried to gamble on it?
I've never tried gambling on sports, but
no, I tried. When I was gambling
you
last
wouldn't
year.
gamble. You wouldn't gamble. You'd gamble on the wide bracket or small things, not a game, because I feel 70% of games are 0-1.
The way they listed the teams, it was away, home, and tie to pick a winner, and I wouldn't know who was who, so I didn't know where to bet.
Yeah, it's one of the trickier things. They very much care who has home field advantage in soccer. I don't know why. I guess
because the hoodlums, the hooligans,
yes,
yeah.
Your hooligans energize you, I guess.
That's just crazy. Have you ever hooliganed? You ever been so crazy about something? Destroyed property over it?
Closest thing was a Bruins game. And
really, was it just mob mentality?
No, it wasn't. Everyone was very civil because there was no one. It was a fucking Bruins game. No, the seats were empty. Everyone had space to be their own jackass. And in soccer, you don't do the wave. You kind of just get drunk and pound on the glass until until some kind of force of nature tells you to stop. Yeah. That's pretty much how I was told to enjoy Bruins. It's just like, yeah, show up drunk, get drunker, bang on the glass, and try to egg fights on.
I keep forgetting that you spent a significant amount of time in Boston.
Yeah, it was like 3 years.
Yeah, Boston's awesome. I love Boston.
Boston's a goodie. Yeah,
I went to.
I don't understand the rivalry. Fenway's
we should all be friends.
Place.
No,
yeah, I don't understand the New York. No, the New York Boston rivalry. I was gonna say it's just like, why do you guys? You guys are cousins that show up to the same fucking Thanksgiving with your dumb accents and talk about, hockey and basketball and shit like that. And it's like, why you guys hate each other? It's like, Fenway's better. Madison Square Garden.
Oi, hey, Sully. Yeah.
I sometimes slip. Sometimes I slip and I fucking can't do Boston and I can't do New York, Boston. I gotta do Boston.
I get confused. Like Boston. I have to find that I like to do. Hey, I'm walking here, like my New York. That's how I be a person from New York. But it takes me 20 minutes to find. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking. Yeah.
Would you like the trick for that?
Please.
And this is my chorus teacher explaining this to me. New York personalities are guarded, so they don't like. You can tie this to homoeroticism. They don't like making the O shape with their mouth, New Yorkers. So instead of like saying coffee, they will laterally slit their mouth and say coffee. And like
coffee,
it's like protects your face more, like coffee. You know what I mean? Like
cough.
And it's and especially with like the A sound. They don't want to go bag. They don't want to say bag and drop their jaw. They'll go bag and like smile.
Bag. Oh, yeah, bag. Okay,
yeah.
Bag. Yeah. I can do that one better.
My high school girlfriend, no New York accent until she had to pronounce the syllable bag. And it was just like, where are you from? And she was like, Cody, can you hand me my hand bag? And I'm like, whoa.
I feel like
get some
in my old age,
bagels?
my A's are changing. Yeah, like the way I say my A's have changed in the last several years. In different words. Like bag. See, now I'm fucking confused now. Cody, what's new? So you're Twitch streaming. Tell me what's going on there.
Yeah, just doing that for funsies.
Yeah, what are you streaming?
Streaming? Oh, man. I've been trying to find the right thing for that. First, what did I streamed Resident Evil Village.
Okay.
And then
we got to by the way?
The new sexy laptop I'm showing.
Oh, that's right. Gaming laptop. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's a new gaming laptop, and I'm also discovering it's also a decent studio laptop, but let's see if this recording comes out to you nice. So I played Resident Evil. Amara's my moderator, by the way, and she can see what I'm doing. So we played Resident Evil, and then I got to the level in the castle where you're like hip deep in a basement full of blood, and Amara hated that, and I'm like, okay, let's not do that. And then I played Call of Duty, where it's
more blood.
No, there's less blood in Call of Duty because Resident Evil is all about like being the horror and like having you wade through an ocean of it. But Call of Duty is just like, you get shot and a little comes out. And, it's more competitive and it's more up to date. Resident Evil came out like 5 years ago, I think. And then from there, we settled on Control. And that's a Remedy game. Have you ever heard of the Alan Wake series?
Nope.
Oh, man, you are missing out. That is one of the most masterfully crafted, like, trilogies I've ever seen ever. And
is it a book?
It's about a writer. It's a video game about a writer who's having supernatural difficulties writing a book to the point where he seems like he is not the writer and he is a character and there's a writer above him and layers up and down, so forth. To the point where you have a book that's being adapted into a movie and a video game and a novel. And the characters from the adaptions are somehow interacting with each other through space-time dimensions. It's really fucking good. And Control is like a secret spin-off of the Alan Wake series. So it's a third-person shoot 'em up with astounding writing and graphics.
Hey. All right. I don't play video games. I can't hold interest in it anymore.
You race.
I haven't in a while. My son does. He loves that shit. Like, he's real good at it. But all right, so you're streaming. How, are you getting an audience? People watching you? You having fun?
No.
If you get
no
titties.
Oh no, yeah. I picked a weird time to get into this, but yeah. So if you're wondering where we are in the time frame, Twitch said no, then Twitch said maybe, and then Twitch said hell no, and then Twitch said maybe censored black bars are fine, and then everyone's having a fucking field day with that now.
Don't they know any better by now?
Yeah,
like,
and one guy, just to get politically like charged, like, did the titty, censor black bars and crotch bars for his, personal stream, a male, and he instantly got banned. So he's just like, oh, why are the females allowed to continue with their, censored streams, and I get insta-booted. Yeah, so I came in at a weird time, but yeah, it's okay. I'm pretty much logging the hours, and I'm also like doing a little animating, like 3D animating, just to like make those like branded scenery changes. Not on Twitch. I might think about doing it, but like let me get back into the saddle more. I used to do this in high school.
Yeah,
but yeah, I made a cityscape last night, and I put a render to it, and I'm just like, oh, this will take 40 minutes on my new thing. It's been going since 10 a.m. Rem, and it's 6 p.m. now, and it's literally 500 frames. That's like 8 seconds of like CGI coming out, and it's not yet done. It's not yet done. I had to pause my CGI rendering to podcast with you here. So
shit, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine because
too.
You can pause it. I can start at frame 255 as soon as we hang up.
Okay,
so it's not.
I don't really understand what you're saying there, but I assume it's taking longer than you expected, and you're kind of frustrated with that. Is that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry.
No, it's scary how good of a computer this is, but like also like what CGI demands of your computer.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
I had this isn't it, but I had a Leatherman that I was using to like prop up under my computer to like cool it, and then for the podcast I put it down, and I picked up the Leatherman, and it was something in like, it felt like 130 degrees. It felt like it was 130 degrees, and about to.
You're gonna get some fans on that fucking thing. Man.
It has fans, but it just shoots it out of the bottom because. Yeah, this thing assumes you're some kind of civilized like laptop user and puts it on a stand. But no, I just put it on my desk, even though it's supposed to be on top of a lap.
So we haven't really chatted in a long time. Like things kind of went silent for a while.
Shit got busy.
Yeah, and that's it. See, it's after that Colorado trip. See, I think Randy I don't know. So Randy started sometime after coming out to Connecticut, but then after I got back from Colorado, like I got insanely busy at work, and it's just been nonstop like bullshit. Oh look, 11/7. No, that was before. I'm in the wrong chat channel. I was looking at something else. I thought Randy popped in, and finally I finally got a new person working with me, so my team is full and I can have normal hours again.
That's lovely.
And, the last 3 days have been amazing. It's been 60 days of shit, but the last 3 days have been wonderful. So it's like it feels like I'm back to normal. Got vacation next week, the holidays this weekend. And,
man, I have a feeling. I don't know what has like me thinking this, but I feel like January. I feel like 80% of America is just going to be like, "Yo, fuck it, I'm going back home," and like people are not going to be able to get anything done. Like from like January to February.
What do you mean? Fuck it, I'm going back home. Like they're not going out, or
like just the labor will not be there. I feel like.
Oh, people are just calling out from work.
Yeah, because I feel like people usually soft do that. Like when I was like in like the corporate structure for like video editing and production, it was just like everyone's just like, "Yo, don't call me. It's January. Don't. Why are you trying to call me? It's January." Right. Just like talk to the skeleton crew. I'm on vacation, and it was just like really strange that like nothing got done. And I feel like we're gonna see like the commercial version of that like real soon. Just like two people working in a Subway.
You know, I fear you're right, and I have one of those places where I need these people to come to work, and if that's true, that'll be devastating, and it might be another 6 weeks before we podcast again. But I'm on vacation next week, and so I don't care what happens next week.
There you go.
You're off on vacation. That's right.
You're off the hook.
That's right.
That's what vacations are.
What are you hoping to get for Christmas?
I want a backpack because the last time I took a I had this sick fucking military surplus backpack that I've been using for like the last 9 years of my life, and the zippers exploded the last time I took it to Ameri's house. And I was just like, I'm really bummed because it had charging like ports in the backpack. Like you could like run wire and energy out and into your backpack without opening the bag component. I thought it was cool.
No, you can't.
It had tactical strappies. It had Velcro. It had a laptop pouch. Damn.
I hope Santa brings it to you, pal. I hope you get that.
Oh, yeah. I think my mom's doing that for me.
I got for my happy birthday, by the way. Missed both of our birthdays. Happy birthday, Cody.
Yeah, I missed a bunch of birthdays, but yes.
Yeah. For my birthday, my wife got me a stainless steel frying pan, which I wanted. And I don't know why I haven't been cooking on stainless steel and using nonstick all this time. I feel like such a fucking moron because stainless steel's awesome. Also, got a new Japanese sentoku knife, right? Sharpest fucking thing I've ever touched in my life. Nice. I love that knife. That's where I'm at in my life. I want cookware. I want stainless steel cookware for Christmas and more Japanese knives for cutting food.
Stainless steel, huh?
Yeah. So I got my stainless steel and I have a cast iron, right? It's too cold to grill now in Connecticut. But man, I wish I could make you dinner one day, Cody, and then you could see.
I would take your dinner, Rem. You seem like you know what you're doing.
I fucking know what I'm doing, pal. I know it.
It seems like you're the kind of guy that has like a manly apron, like one that like straps to like each leg to protect it too. You know what I mean? Like not so much an apron, but just like a modified workshop smock to be used in the kitchen.
You know, I'm getting there. My first apron, my wife got me a couple of years ago, and it was it was a play on words for like smoked pork. You know, touch my buns, roast my pork, or pull my pork,
kiss
or
the
whatever.
chef. Stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. But then she got me one from Better Homes and Gardens. Right, it's beige, so it's not it's not flowery or nothing, but it's got like leather reinforced grommets and leather straps to hook in, and then it goes crisscross on your back, so you have to put it on like a jacket
like
almost.
Suspenders.
The straps.
That's good.
Yeah, it's an awesome apron. I love it, and I haven't washed it yet. I probably should wash it, but I kept getting oil on myself, Cody. That was such a slop, so I need an apron.
Yeah. That's how you know you're cooking good, if it's a little too messy.
Yeah. You know what I did last night?
What'd you do last night, Rem?
I took some pork chops, boneless pork chops. I smushed them out and I breaded them, so I had some pork chop cutlets.
Yeah,
and I fried them
always
in
a pro
bacon
move.
fat.
Well, okay. Here's my one critique of that. Your proteins are not variety. You're doing pork on pork.
Okay. I didn't have any tallow. Okay. I didn't have any beef tallow. If I did, I would have done that. But I didn't. So suck my ass. They were delicious.
I'm sure. But it's like, what, you ever have a Cubano sandwich?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's ham, pork, and pickle on a roll.
Right. Yep.
Maybe there's some kind of condiment on there. It's probably like mayo or coleslaw on that. But I always thought like
it's coleslaw.
I always thought it was a double up of pork. Too much pig on that one. Was it?
I think it depends on the pork.
Isn't there a Spanish version of that sandwich?
I mean,
I'm gonna Google
Spanish cooking is really good with pork, though. I don't know if there's a sandwich like that because they don't really have smoked ham. I don't think it's all really slow cooked. Well, no, they have smoked. Ham like we know it, like that shitty weird flavor that comes with ham here in America. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I don't think they have that.
Yeah, there's processed ham.
We had a potluck at work the other day, and one of my wonderful Puerto Rican employees brought in some rice and beans and some pork. And I'm like, it's like the glory of Jesus Christ looking down at me. I'm like, oh,
what kind of beans?
I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. What kind of rice? You gotta like elaborate. What kind of pork and beans and rice? Was it dirty rice? Was it brown? Or was it white?
It's white rice.
White rice
with pinto beans.
Yeah. I like dirty rice.
But it turns to the yellowish color. And the pork, it's like a pork butt that should been slow cooked all day. Oh, pull apart. Big like chunks of pork and fat in it, but it's that good fat that doesn't taste like pork. It just gets all over your lips. You Filipinos know about pork, right?
Yeah, we actually we have many a loan word from the Spanish, which confused me while as a half Filipino person taking college and high school courses in Spanish. Because because I don't know if you noticed, like my autism like tries to find like etymology of words. It's just like if I know pyro means fire, I can, a pyromaniac is probably somebody that experiences mania with fire, and I can put that together. But when you try to like make Filipino and Spanish like make sense together, it's just like no. For example, like the Filipino like concept of slow cooked meat is called lechon, which means like sucker in Spanish. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, what's, and like when I'm in high school, I'm like, I gotta figure what's the connection? How does it click? And it just simply just sucker as in suckling pig is that's how it like connected over. And I was trying to like break it down in like an etymology sense. It's like, where's that come from? It's just like, no, there was a Spanish guy in the Philippines that just called, the pig a suckling, and then all the Filipinos were just like, that's the name for pork. Sucker. That's what we're going to do. It's delicious, and we're not going to question it. The pork is called sucker. I was like, all right, man. Don't question it.
I like it. That sounds like how the English language happened. Mm-hmm. Hey, what are I don't mean to change the subject, but I'm just kind of
Puta is a huge confusing thing.
Puta. For
Filipinos and Spanish people. You said, "Oh no, what does puta mean to you, Rem?"
Puta, my understanding of it is like calling someone a pussy in Spanish.
That's coño. That's coño is pussy with the squiggly over the end.
Puta, the asshole.
Is bitch. Asshole would be like pendejo.
Bitch.
Why do I know how to curse in Spanish? So it must have been New York. But puta in Spanish means bitch. But in the Philippines, that's a delicious dessert we have. So like, puta? Yeah, it's weird. There's been
it's like you guys like bizarro languages from each other. Like I don't know which one's the bizarro one.
I feel like the Spaniards just like play tricks on us. Like, hey man, what's this dessert? It's called bitch. Shut up, eat it. It's like, okay, bitch is delicious, and we
bitch suckers.
Let's have bitch and sucker tonight, man. Like that sounds like a hell of a Friday. Let's write that down for bitch and sucker.
How did the Spanish get to the Philippines? Wait a second. I've never put this connection
horse
together.
Husbandry. Like ranchero, the rancheros pretty much throughout the Pacific taught Pacific peoples how to handle horses for the good of their communities. There's a special
people just go on island and show them how to ride horses.
Well, no, it's like you want to go to an early retirement. If you're a cowboy in like Spain, and he's like, we want to move to Hawaii and just spend the rest of your days teaching locals how to break and ride horses, like do what you usually do, just with a coconut in your hand. All of them are like, hell yeah. And there's a special word for it in Hawaii called paniolos. Yeah, those are Hawaiians taught by Spanish cowboys, maybe some Portuguese cowboys too. But yeah, that's
when was all this happening?
During colonization days. So like I want to say like late 1800s.
How do they fucking know where Hawaii? See, that's what blows my mind. Is how did anybody know where Hawaii was before?
Called them the Sandwich Islands, and the cannibals on the Sandwich Islands that ate Captain Cook were the Hawaiians. Remember? I broke this down for the podcast.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I remember this. Yeah, I remember now. Like, so if they ate all the people, how'd the word get back about Hawaii?
No.
What do they do with the cannibals? They come back and kill them all?
Hawaiians are not cannibals for the sake of sustenance. They're cannibals for the sake of spiritualism. So it's not like
rituals.
Yeah, they want to steal life force, aka one's personal mana. And the way you can steal that is killing a dude and eating him.
Yeah,
and they wanted to do...
And shitting him out.
They don't think you shit the mana out. that they think they stay that with you. So as soon as like the first like white guy comes along, they're like, I want that guy looks like he has superpowers. I want it. And they pretty much pulled a Kirby on Captain James Cook.
Are the Hawaiians as big as the Samoans?
Yeah. Like, well, yeah, the ancient Hawaiians are probably.
Like, can you imagine being a skinny, weird European and you just come upon Samoa and these giant people, these wide people walking towards you?
Rem's not being overly exaggerated. Like, there's some wide Kanakas out there, and it's just like,
yeah,
you know when to get out of the way.
Jesus, they're huge people.
Yeah,
for living on an island, they're huge. Is it natural, or were they given a whole ton of processed food 100 years ago?
No, it's just literally being the big guy on the small island has a bunch of perks. Like, a lot
of banging partners.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you're the big guy on an island that's only so wide, it's just like, well, I get all the women.
Okay.
I make the rules. I get all the women and the resources. Like King Kamehameha, like when I did the roast mortem on him, like he was attributed all these like special powers just because he was the biggest guy. Like he was
Samoans?
Yeah, he was. Oh, he was a Hawaiian Islander, but he was hailed as spear proof just because he was big. And it's just like,
really?
Yeah, like, but in reality, like spears work on all type of big things. You know what I mean? Like, what? It's like just a weird disconnect of like bigness and spirituality.
Why'd you do a roast mortem on him? What kind of fucked up shit did he do?
Oh, he threw women and children off of cliffs. During his campaign of Hawaii.
What the fuck?
Yeah, everyone's just like, oh yeah, he unified all, like, just so you know, each Hawaii island used to be its own team. Like, yo, go Oahu, go Maui, go Hawaii. Hawaii was, the big island. And then the team Hawaii, the big island, won, and they were like, okay, we're all called Hawaii now. And then we had the Hawaiian Nation, and then the Hawaiian Nation became the Hawaiian state. So, yeah, King Kamehameha was from the big island Hawaii, and he pretty much annihilated all the other like island teams to the point where he pushed like Oahu, my Islanders team, like to the Pali Lookout, which is, this place up on the mountains that's a really scenic view, and he didn't stop pushing once, the women and children got to the cliffs. So, yeah, he threw something like 400 people. Him and his forces threw something like 400 people off of the Pali Lookout.
Jesus.
Yeah, and they weren't all...
Did they all die, or did some survive?
No, they're all dead. But, like...
Okay.
But, like, there's... Like, he was the first, like, Hawaiian leader to begin, like, codifying laws of conduct for battle. Mm-hmm. And he pretty much said, like, anything goes except thou shalt not attack those who lay down next to roads. So, like, to show non-combativeness, you lay down next to the nearest road, and according to King Kamehameha, warriors should not attack those. But everyone else is fair.
It would have been funny if he was writing, like, the rules for engagement, and then he's like, nobody... I know I did this, fellas, but nobody be pushing nobody off.
He pretty much, yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, he pretty much did that. These are called like the laws of the cracked oar, and pretty much after he like did this thing where he threw everyone off the lookout, some fisherman.
He's like, I know, I was thinking about it.
Some fisherman came up and tried to kill him with his fucking oar, and then King Kamehameha was just like, "Yeah, that was fucked. We can't be hitting each other when we're not ready for it." So if you want to fight, stand up. If you don't want to, go lay down over there, and we'll figure it out after.
Oh, I thought the guy with the cracked oar got him to change his mind about walking people off.
Oh, he did.
Which would have been hilarious.
He did, but it was just the concussion, I think, not like a moral like. It was either the concussion or just like, oh man, he was just that much of an idiot. We're just like, oh,
Barb. As we lay here in bed, I was just thinking, man, that was fucked up what I did yesterday. Maybe we should make sure we don't do that again.
Yeah, killing women and non-combatant women and children is bad. So
we need to, the real history needs to be taught more. It's fucked up in school. Like I never learned any of that shit.
Yeah,
I didn't learn about Hawaii.
Yeah, it's picky. You start learning about Hawaii in the '60s when America got its hands on it.
It's like those. It's true, man. Those who want to control history, like they just they feed you what to read. And now that the internet is a source of knowledge for everybody, it's accessible in your pocket. They lose that. We learn the real stories, man. It's crazy. I never knew any of that stuff about King Kamehameha.
Yeah, he's got his own like sword in the stone analog. Like, I don't know.
Just like King Jong-il.
Yeah, it was. It's not pulling a sword from a stone in Hawaii. It's lifting like a rock pillar. It's called the Mana Stone, and allegedly, I've seen it. It's an actual rock you can drive by. I've seen it. The thing's got to weigh like 1.4 tons, and allegedly King Kamehameha was able to lift it to prove his.
Over his head, or he just lift it like a centimeter and be like, "Oh, I did."
No, I think over his like not an entire over the head, but just like hinged over his head. Like one end of like this pillar over his head, I think. Like the real story behind King Kamehameha. Am I saying that right? I actually don't know because Dragon Ball ruined
would
me.
Be hilarious on an episode of Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
real history.
I can. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Who?
And this dude is pulling this rock, and like he moves, his arm moves like a half an inch. So yo, I did it. Look what I did.
It's like Rikishi. It's Rikishi and like The Rock is like narrating it. Yeah. Something like that.
The Rock as Maui from Moana.
Wide boy. And that's a whole ass thing I don't even know about there, like the spiritual like demigods and such. I know Maui's a demigod, and I know Pele is a full blown god of the volcano. I gotta look into that.
No, he's a soccer player.
Pele, yeah. He's dead, isn't he?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he died.
I keep forgetting about that.
Yep. I introduced my son to the world of Mandela Effect.
Oh man,
he didn't know it, so I told him. I said, there's a generation. We watched a YouTube video on it too, so you can see, what the actual explanation was. But I said, there's a generation of people, who firmly, 100%, absolutely believe they saw a VHS cover called Shazam with Sinbad the comedian as the genie in the center of that. There's a movie about Shazam starring Sinbad the comedian. It doesn't exist, but I was explaining that to my son.
I know.
I'm convinced I've seen it at Blockbuster.
It doesn't ring a bell, but I feel like it does fit. I feel like it does fit.
Yeah.
I can see like Sinbad, the actor, saying like, yeah, I'll do that. I can see the wardrobe. I can see like the comedy, but I've never. It's one of those things, man.
You can visualize the whole thing, like the whole movie from start to finish, too. In your head. Yeah, it's a Sinbad movie. Yeah. If you don't know who Sinbad is, he's a comedian who did a whole bunch of weird,
Jingle All the Way,
not weird, Jingle All the Way type movies in the 90s. Like First Kid, I think was one of them.
Kid,
and then he had
that was it.
Yeah. He was always a neighbor or a bumbling family man, and
Heart of Gold.
Somehow found a way to make it work at the end. Yeah, Heart of Gold. Yep.
Very Martin Lawrence.
Sinbad. And so, yeah. But if you've seen one Sinbad movie, you've seen them all. Essentially, if you've seen one Sinbad outfit, you've seen them all. And so that you put it all together for the video cover for Shazam, starring Sinbad,
some kind of
released in 1995. Yeah, yep. But the movie was actually Kazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I know that. I'm aware of that, but people also contend Shazam is its different entity. They're like, yes, I know there was a movie with Shaquille O'Neal called Shazam, but there was also a Sinbad one with Kazam, and those are the people I grapple with. Yeah, I've recently come into some. Okay, hold on, Rem. Right now, you and me.
Yeah. Okay.
Baron, what bears?
Berenstein. It's always been Berenstein to me. I've never said Berenstain.
But what in your heart of hearts do you believe it was? No right answer.
Berenstain.
You think it was,
I see the E.
You always think it was Berenstain, even though like
I've always thought it was Berenstain.
I did too, but like, do you believe now that it was always Berenstain, or do you think you were honest to God?
No, because here's the thing. When we were watching that video on YouTube, when I was explaining what Mandela Effect was to my son, Berenstain came up as an example, and they showed both logos, and that's where they screwed up in this video, because they showed all the different logos, and they showed both the Berenstain and Berenstein, and I'm looking, and I'm like, it's always been an E. I never remember seeing an A in any of that stuff. It's always been Berenstein Bears to me. Berenstein Bears.
In my childhood, it was always that, and then like I'm looking at it, and most of the things say A. somebody did uncover like one VHS cassette that had the E on it, and I'm like, okay, there was both.
Oh shit!
But predominantly, I feel like that one that that E is a mistake.
It probably is.
Like the E is a mistake.
Yeah.
And it's always been A.
See, now I have to Google. Let's see. Can you Google it without the fucking Mandela Effect shit coming up? I wonder if I can.
Well, you can always put minus Mandela Effect into Google. Like minus.
Minus?
Yeah, just put minus, like Steen Bears and then minus Mandela Effect.
Yeah, see, there, animated series, Berenstain. Everything's Berenstain.
Yeah, so either it was changed from our, our relative younger days, or it's not that anymore. Yeah,
you know what it is? It's the way they write Berenstain.
It is very confusing when. Did you mean Berenstain Bears?
If you look at it quick, because it's in cursive. Yes. It's in cursive, and there's already two E's before that A, and so you're doing Berenstain. Like I'm paying attention to it.
To be fair, Steen and Stein are way more of a popular last syllable for a name than Stain.
Yeah, Stain. Yeah. By the way, the image I just randomly picked so I can look at the logo. It was the Berenstain Bears learn about heaven.
Yeah, some of those are fake because they've been. People know it's fun to fuck with now because of. It's so weird.
Gee, Mama Berenstain, where did Grandma go?
And it's called the Mandela Effect because for whatever reason, a good chunk of people thought Nelson Mandela was dead before he was.
Died in jail.
Yeah, people.
He just died. He's like 10 years ago or something. No, like 2012.
He got out.
Yeah.
Why would you think
he changed the world?
What other Mandela Effect? Yeah. I shared my Mandela Effect with you that I thought it was always habanero. Yeah, we have an episode called Mandela Peppers or something like that. I always thought it was habanero. But it's habanero.
Yep. I don't. The Sinbad stuff, right? And the Berenstain Bears. Those are my big ones. I have to see it in video to recognize that I ever made a mistake. Like the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Yep, that's a wild
versus
one.
Not.
I could have sworn there was a cornucopia on that, but it doesn't make sense. That's not what a loom is. You know what I mean? Why would Fruit of the Loom symbolize not fruit and a loom?
It's a cornucopia of goodness, man.
Some people think like Hardee's and Arby's. No, Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are a Mandela Effect, but it's just literally the name of the chain in different parts of the United States with the same logo. That's the kicker.
Have you ever been to a Duchess?
Sorry, my light is freaking out on me. What's a Duchess?
It's I've never been. I've never been to one, but I think it's like kind of like a Denny's.
Okay.
But maybe with slightly better food. But who knows anymore? No. All right. If you've never been, then it's not even worth talking about. Do you remember Ruby Tuesday?
Yeah. I remember that.
I watched Jake from Bright Sun Films did a Bankrupt episode on Ruby Tuesday. And he was on the show, episode back in the 90s, maybe 97. We interviewed that guy. You ever seen those things? The Abandoned series or Bankrupt by Bright Sun Films?
Maybe, perhaps. I think so. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he explores abandoned properties, or he talks about why companies went out of business. Whatever.
Is Ruby Tuesdays out of business?
That Ruby Tuesday thing. No, it's not out of business, but there's only like 150 stores left. Like it's going down the tubes because they like everything they tried they changed and they failed. Don't change. Leave everything the way it is. Never change. But with that, the quality goes down as you get bigger. We just gotta, I don't know. Cody, I'm 43, man, right? And average lifespan in America is what, 84? So, do I have 41 more years left?
No.
No, I have less than that. 78, isn't it?
I'm seeing a lot of people think medical technology is going to spike in 15, letting us get to 120 if we want, and it's just that's almost too much now.
I mean, if I'm not have you seen that Buddhist monk who's 100 something years old and he's literally skin and bones? Yeah, I don't want to be like that. If that's what I'm gonna look like at 120, I don't want it. Just kill me now.
I don't feel like there's enough data out there for us to picture what 120 looks like.
What do we? I think we had like 110.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, this is like medical technology is promising. Like, this is going to be like your 90s can be a healthy 90s. Like what we perceive as 90 right now is an issue that can be prevented. Yes, you'll still be 90 and old, but we can have you be like a quasi-operational 90 that can, like, still do laundry and make birth cereal.
Go to 1988, watch WWF in 1988, and watch Harley Race, the King Harley Race. He's 44 years old or 46, one of those two, right? And there's 44, 46-year-old wrestlers right now who look younger than me, in phenomenal shape, unlike Harley Race, who had a beer gut and he looked like hell. Like he looked like years and years of hard living, and these people don't. They still look like gods. So yeah, with the diet and exercise and technology here, I hope so, man. I hate thinking that I only have 40 something years left. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
That's messed up. Crisis for you.
Yeah, I was explaining it to my daughter the other day because she was taking pictures of me while I was sleeping, and I said, "Do me a favor, don't take pictures of me while I'm sleeping." She said, "Why?" And I said, "Because that's what I'm going to look like when I'm dead, and I don't want to see that." She's like, "Oh, Daddy, don't think like that." And I was like, "Well, I can't help it.
That's a weird thing to do. It's like you think sleeping people look like dead people.
Yeah.
There's a very fun, like, there's a site.
That's the closest. It's the closest you're going to look to being dead.
But you're going to be, it's not the same. You're going to be like way more gaunt, way more dehydrated.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different flavor. The dead face is definitely not a sleepy face for me, at least.
Yeah.
There's a video game out there that I think it's called Silent Hill Shattered Memories. It came out for like the Wii, like fucking forever. And it's one of those games that like reads your personality, and one of the ways to determine if you're a pessimist or a optimist is they give you like 12 photos of people with their eyes closed, and it asks you to like, okay, sort these into a pile of people that are dead and a pile of people that are sleeping.
Oh my God.
If you think they're in a Wii game? And if they think, if you think a bunch of them are sleeping, they consider you to be like mostly an optimist. And if you're like, oh, these people are dead, they're like, oh, you're a pessimist. It's a good way to measure that. But
that is a good way to measure
that game definitely fucked with your head. Like, for like no reason, you're presented with a coloring book, and as you color it in, it's deciding what color the next things in the next chapter of the game are going to be. So even though you've never played the next chapter, it's eerily familiar. It's like, why is this familiar? It's because you colored the house behind you that in the previous coloring book scene. Yeah.
Holy shit. What's this game called?
It's Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Yeah, and it does a lot of personality reading, and it decides your player character's fate based on what personality they read from you. So when the game initially came out, everyone lambasted it. The critics lambasted it because it's just like, wow, this guy's a total sleazeball and got a weird, like, sexually charged ending. and then like the people behind the developers came out and were just like, that's the ending you got, Jeffrey. And it's just like, oh no, that's right. If you're a normal person, you can get a good ending. Yeah. So people were confused by that. It was one of the first multi-ending games that confused people. It's like, that's not what I got.
Yeah. Wii is 2007. That sounds like something that would come out now.
I mean, yeah, it could still come out now, but yeah, there was some mind fuckery with that one. It's also one of those games where it's a dad doing dad things for their offspring. I always appreciate that type of video game. It's coming out a lot too.
What do you mean? Like killing people?
Like God of War with Kratos and Atreus and Last of Us. One of my favorites is Evil Within.
You're talking to me like I know what happens.
It's dads
like I don't know what
looking out for their sons and daughters and teaching. It's a dad story, dad centric story rather than a generic one.
Okay. I'm probably gonna forget about that.
I already forgot about the things you told me to write down. What was it?
All right. Oh shit! Something about cooking, something or other. Oh wait, no, it wasn't cooking. It was North Korean basketball rules.
I'll use this.
Yeah, but I want to remind myself to remind you to tell me. He's talking into his watch to remind me about that game because I'd love to check that out. I have my Wii. I still have a Wii. It's down on the shelf. Right
there's probably easier ways to play that than getting your Wii out. Let me see. Well, here's the thing. Probably I'm thinking about it, but because nothing else had Wiimote inputs, maybe not. Let me see. Shattered Memories. Silent Hill. Shattered Memories survival game. You don't have a PSP, do you?
No. You probably get one for $50
you have a PS2?
Right? I used to.
You can probably backwards compatible it, but
is it on Steam?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or Xbox. That Xbox game.
Dude, I was told
awesome.
about it. Pretty much no one needs to buy an Xbox anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just get the app.
Yeah. And it's not horrible. Yeah. A lot of people don't know this. And I was a little bit late to it, but apparently Microsoft is just like, we don't care about this generation of Xbox anymore. So you just have to pay like $12.99 a month to be able to reliably
15 for gold
to like reliably stream anything in the Xbox. What do you want to call it? Library.
It's incredible. Yeah, my little one, he's up there. He's playing Farming Simulator 22, and he's 4, and he drives these fucking things in first person mode. So he's like behind the steering wheel, and he's slowing down to make the turns. He's staying in the lane. He's avoiding traffic. Right, and then he doesn't really know how to do like the actual machine shit, like moving buckets and things. But we learned how to like start building houses and stuff on the farms and placing different containers and all this stuff.
Nice.
And he's buying these tractors. We figured out how to borrow more money from the bank. So he goes and he borrows money.
Are you teaching your child how to gamble?
The craziest thing no, I'm not teaching. I'm actually trying to get him to not play it as much because he's playing it too much, and my wife keeps fucking putting him on there, and it's like, can you stop it? Can you stop? But I realize he knows, like, he's very smart because when you're loading up a game, it still says beta at the bottom. So we're waiting for a game to load, and everyone's, there are queues. Last night was a longer queue. I think we had 8-minute queue. Sometimes, typically it's 4, or maybe 2, but depending on when you play. But it says beta on the screen, and he's up and he's walking around. And he goes, BETA. And I said, what? He said, BETA. Beta. And I said, that says beta. And he says, beta. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, you're learning your letters. Like,
he's learning foreign letters because beta is the second letter of the Greek alphabet.
Shut up, Cody.
I'm complimenting the multilingualness of your child. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's how we have the word alphabet, because it's just the first 2 Greek letters put together. Alpha, beta.
Alpha, beta.
Fuck you.
I didn't know that. I just learned something new. Thank you. Oh, fuck you. Cody, what's the next step of the Rich Dickman Show? Like, I don't know where Randy is.
I think that's the next step. We find out where Randy is. Is it that, or do we let Randy find us? I feel like Randy's the force. He permeates everything.
Yeah. I've been frustrated with Randy lately. So I kind of want him to find us. You know what he did? This fucking guy. And this isn't anything
Sounds
personal.
Very personal.
So I'm not revealing anything.
You've personal coded.
No, it's not. He added me into a group of his friends where he was making a potential WoW Classic raiding guild. Okay. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't want anything to do with World of Warcraft. Like, first of all, I don't play video games. Second of all, I don't want anything to do with World of Warcraft. And he just adds me to a group, and I'm getting these messages from him and this other friend of his, talking about why they fixed WoW. And I'm like, I don't play World of Warcraft anymore. So I just left the group. I didn't even say anything. I just left the group. Then he didn't talk to me for a day. And then he texted me. He's like, hey, do you want to chat for like 15 minutes or so when you're free? And I'm like, yeah, I do. But I'm also, I don't have time to talk. But I did talk to him one morning at work. He called me. He's talking about how there's a bunch of people named Rem buying cars around him. I don't know why. And then I was like, listen, dude, I love hearing your voice, but you're talking to me at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I am busy beyond all belief, pal. Please take no offense when I don't want to talk to your godfather about buying a car.
Sometimes Randy would hit me at the 5:15 in the morning, but that's just Hawaiian time. Probably for him. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it's 5:15 in the afternoon for him.
It's definitely somewhere reasonable for him. It's like 9 or something when he like reaches out to me, but I'm just like, what?
See, the only reason I'm even slightly worried is because yesterday he knew that we had tried to plan to record yesterday. Then my schedule changed again, and then you reminded everybody. And then he sent us a snapshot of
he was 80 miles away or something to that effect.
Yeah, he had an hour and 45 minutes to go till he got home, and that didn't line up for when Cody kind of wanted to start, which was fun. You know, you could.
I did. Whatever. I was on standby. I was on standby for hours last night.
Yeah, you're waiting for him. But so the reason that I worry is because he sent us a picture of that. I assume while he was driving, and he loves to do stuff on his phone while he's driving.
We all do. We all do. We all do. I mean? And we just some of us ignore it better than others.
Yeah, he just does a lot more than I do, and it's like concerning sometimes with all the shit he's doing on his phone, like taking screenshots.
Mara and I were getting an Uber, and no joke, we're leaving like where we live as we're merging onto the highway. You know, the most dangerous part, not like cruise controlling, getting onto the highway. Our very particular race of Uber driver decided it would be a great time to look up stewed beef recipes, not as a list, but as video tutorials. So this person just turns on cooking videos as we're trying to get on, and Amara like taps me on my knee and is like, "We're about to die. Do something." And I did nothing.
You said certain race.
I mean,
what? Guess
it's Hawaii. It's something Pacific, and it's just like it was just really wild. It's like, hey, ma'am, you don't need to learn how to be making stewed beef right now. You're driving me.
Were they lechon recipes?
Maybe. Could have been. Could have been. But she did apologize after she almost went off the road. No,
Amara?
The driver.
Oh, it was
yes.
I was a lady. Okay.
Yes.
Very sexist to me.
She almost went off the road. She apologized. And then as we were getting to her destination, it was a restaurant with Amara. She asks me and Amara if the restaurant has public bathrooms. And I'm just like, I fucking hate this. I mean, probably not. Because it's a restaurant and they don't want, people just, they don't want, street poops coming in. And it was I'm like, I just shrugged and we got out of the car. And as we're finding her table, she just comes in and uses the bathroom and leaves again. And I was so wilded out. I gave her I gave her my only 0-star review on Uber ever. I was just like, can't be doing that.
Back in I think 06 or 05 or somewhere around that time, maybe 04. I was in Boston with my wife, and we went out to Chinatown and went to this fancy restaurant that had my same last name. Yeah, called Dickman's. Same last name as me. So we went there. They didn't realize that I was a Dickman and I was paying with a Dickman credit card at Dickman's restaurant. But anyways, we got a cab home, back to the hotel. Excuse me. It was this Russian guy, this weird looking Russian guy, right? And I don't like talking to nobody. Just me, especially when I'm in a cab. And he starts talking to us. I don't remember all what he was saying. I was trying to ask him where we were from, things like that. And he goes, "What are you, doctor?" Because we were all dressed up nice. He's like, "What are you? What are you, doctor?" And I was like, bit. "No, I'm not a doctor." A little bit. So yeah, it was actually fucking. That's what he sounded like. Yeah. So he starts talking about money and all that stuff, and we're getting to the hotel, and I'm like, oh god, this guy's either gonna follow me in the hotel, try to shake me out for money, or kill me right here. And as soon as I get out of the doorman opened the door, and I'm like, but keep him away from us. Keep him away from us. So the guy's getting out, and then the doorman, who I tipped very, very well the day before, just steps right in front of the Russian guy and pushes him back. Man, you got to get back in your car. And
whoa!
Away from these people.
How did this guy? Okay, so what?
What are you?
So you tip the doorman on the spot or the
the doorman.
Earlier?
He the doorman. So when we got to the hotel the day before, he was the doorman and he brought her bags up.
Recognized you. And then the next day he did you a favor by stonewalling the Klingon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And I tipped him again.
Like I was just like, how did that guy know? Like, why was that doorman sticking up for you? You're just someone else trying to use the door. But no, you yeah, right.
No, because you remembered the money. You remember me giving him, yeah. No, I forget his name. That guy was awesome though. He was there like every day we were on that trip, and he got a lot of money from me. When I didn't have much.
There was one time I was in a hotel with Amara, and I was an idiot, and I dropped a champagne glass, and it just fucking went everywhere, and I can't clean it up, so I'm just like, yeah, can you send the dude up to?
Of course,
no, we didn't.
Champagne.
It was a champagne glass, empty, and I fucking annihilated it on the floor.
Oh, okay.
And Amara's like, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm like, this is true. So I can't clean it up because I'm in a hotel room and I'm not going to barehand glass. So I was like, can you send somebody up with a fucking vacuum? And they did. And I'm just like, this is my fault. I can't, not tip this person that saved, my night. And I look in my wallet and I only have 20s. And I'm just like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a 20. I'm gonna give you a 20, but I'm also gonna ask you to as I'm giving this to you, I'm also gonna ask you to go into the nearest linen closet and bring me 40 clean towels, and somehow that'll even the $20 tip out of my mind, right? So I do that, and he's over the roof. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much, sir," and he brings me enough towels to make a fucking pillow fort out of. And the next day, he must have told everyone. Because shit got real fucking weird.
Oh, no.
Everyone in the hotel, knew who me and Amara were. This wasn't a huge hotel either. Yes.
They were trying to help you?
Trying to overly help me. And we were, I'll leave their names out of it, but we were meeting friends at the hotel. And as they were, getting settled, they were asked if they were the Hawaiian couple. It's like, hey, are you the couple from Hawaii I've been hearing about? And they were like, no.
They don't look
They were like, no,
Hawaii.
but we know exactly who you were talking about. And they came to me and Amara later, be like, hey, these guys know you. The hotel knows you as the couple from Hawaii. And just so you know, I didn't tell that the dude that cleaned up the suite that I was from Hawaii. They looked at
he looked at your information.
So the bellhop guy that just happened to be next to a vacuum took his $20 tip. Must have told the entire staff that this room is handing out 20s when it was just I didn't have change. And then the boss of the hotel was just they're from Hawaii, do the hula in front of them or something like that. Just because they probably had my card on. It was wild. And it was just because I didn't have change for
that's crazy.
Because I had change for a 20.
Yeah. You did something nice. Yeah, and it's the worst mistake of your
Fuck
life.
it. Shit. That was a $20 ticket into a fucking Twilight Zone episode, and I didn't not a good Twilight Zone episode, but it was just man, that was a weird effect for just not having the right change.
How much more?
Because it was it was too freaky. It was already because I already felt like I made it up. It's hey, I already gave one of you fuckers a fuck. Who's on the 20? Is that Hamilton? No, that's 50. Jefferson. I gave one of you Jefferson. That should make up for the rest of my time there.
But Jefferson.
I know that's not how tipping works, but
I get them confused.
It got too weird too quickly. Just because the term the couple from Hawaii manifested from nothing. You know what I mean? That's
God bless. Yeah, you and King Kamehameha.
Yeah, Mare's not from Hawaii, so
and you made your money that way.
In spirit,
she is
in mana.
She will be.
Yeah, when she eats my corpse.
Yep. Hey, I think let's wrap
Merry
it up
Christmas,
tonight, Cody.
dude. What are you hoping to get for
Merry Christmas, my friend,
for the delicious holidays?
Just cash and stainless steel cookware and knives.
That's a good spread.
That's all I want. Yeah. Need cash so Mike I can donate to Mike's fund. But things to cook with, oh shit. The other thing about Christmas, when you're well, even now, because Cody, you can get the stuff that you want when you want it. I get stuff that I want when I want it. I don't need to wait for Christmas.
Yeah, but here's the thing that ruins the gift giving dynamic.
It's nice getting
because if you're the man that just
it is fun to get something to wrap.
If you're the man that gets everything you need,
Yeah.
The people that buy you gifts are just like, dude, fucking help. This year, can I tell you something?
Yeah. That's my wife. My wife, she like, I very rarely buy anything for myself. I don't really need anything. When I do, I say something to my wife, maybe she'll get it, whatever. But all the stuff that she ever needs, she just
same
buys.
thing. So like you have to like resort to like getting each other joke gifts, so like people don't think you hate each other.
Yeah.
But
I think I'm gonna get her some jewelry. Some
last Christmas, like my mom like came to Jesus or came away from Jesus and realized like, hey, we're all adults. I'm just getting my kids cash for Christmas, and we hated that.
Yes.
We absolutely fucking hated that to high hell. So like this Christmas, like there's like a compromise. So this Christmas is like, okay, everybody just scream what you want and someone will get it to you. And I'm like, that's only marginally better than cash, but like, okay, I guess that's Christmas. Like if you reduce it enough.
Here, do this. For an idea, right? They do this with my in-laws. All right, my sister-in-law organizes this, and while I don't necessarily, let's say I like this idea. This is a really good idea. Is they use Elfster, right? And it's like it's a Secret Santa.
It's a modern.
And everybody
solution.
who joins up, and you're automatically assigned your Secret Santa.
Solution.
Yeah, it's a modern solution. And then so everybody who's on in the party. You go through, make a wish list. So the person who has you for a Secret Santa knows what types of things you're looking at. Yeah,
all right.
It's a registry.
It's just you need enough
fucking rad.
Like competent adults to get that system working is the only hurdle. Like you need like 4 to 8 people, right? Or no, you can go to like 20 probably with a Secret Santa, right? But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. One year I got envelopes out of a grab bag.
Yeah.
Are you? I'm terrible. I'm so bad at it. I feel so bad for my wife. I tell her gift is my paycheck every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's all yours, baby.
It's a good one. Yeti koozies. Yeti stuff. Yeah.
Yeti koozies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if Randy still has his dog bowls he spent $50
on. Didn't lose them. Didn't break because they just have the lifetime warranty.
I bet you he doesn't have. Yeah. I bet if he's on the show next week and we ask him, maybe write this one down too. With ask Randy if he still has his Yeti dog bowls, and I bet you, I don't know what I'll bet.
A Yeti dog bowl. We should just make a gentleman's wager between you and me. A Yeti product between you. Yes,
a Yeti product. Okay, I will say no. He does not have it in some shape.
What does this mean? Like he's left it, or does he not have access to it? Is there like in a different place?
No. This is what I mean. When I say, Randy, do you still have your 2 Yeti dog bowls?
Anything other than yes.
If he says no, but anything other than yes, I win. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to bet a Yeti product on this anymore.
Because I'm almost positive he doesn't have them anymore. For some reason, either they got lost.
Here's my thing:
or thrown away, or in that car
Yetis
accident.
are a little bit too fragile to be dog bowls because. They have vacuum pockets, and I see dogs throw shit across the yards when they do their, dog shake head thing, and I feel like you can easily rupture the vacuum seal on whatever.
I like they got the Yeti dog bowl so it keeps the water cold like a dog fucking cares. They drink out of toilets. They don't give a shit.
Oh, man. No, it's just like I believe in good dog food.
Yeah, I do too. I believe in good dog food.
I did have a fucking friend that only gave their dog Poland Spring, and I was like, you have to spoil your dog with the food. You're an insane dumb fuck to spoil your dog with bottled water.
Drink out of a toilet. It's just fine. Get the good food.
That was part of that fucker's like care routine when I was like looking after her. It's like only Poland Spring for. Oh man, what was the name? I can't even.
Yeah, so Fiji isn't good enough.
No, it was a girl.
Start throwing
girl,
up.
She was named Cinnamon. That was her name. Like cinnamon. Cinnamon gets bottled water only. Poland Spring preferably. I'm just like,
okay,
let's get out of here.
I can't stand that. I can't stand that anymore. All right. Yeah, Cody, it's been great talking to you. Great catching up. Maybe we'll do it again next week.
Not on Christmas.
I love
I'm
you too,
doing
pal.
stuff on that day. Oh, okay. I've been recording.
What do you mean not on Christmas?
I'm not doing TRDS on Christmas.
I didn't ask. We never do TRDS on Mondays. What are you even talking about?
I love you.
Merry Christmas, pal. I love you too. I hope you have a great holiday. And we'll see what we come up with next week, right?
It's going to be good.
All right. There's richdickman.com is down because we're definitely not going past episode 300.
301.
Maybe 301. So I didn't renew the website. Yeah, we got to do 301 if we're going that far. But I didn't renew the website. So go to richdickman.wordpress.com.
Man, this sucks. This fucking sucks. I hate
work.
all of this. You suck. This is worth it.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
I know. I got to shut the Patreon down too. Thank you for everybody who was into Patreon. But we should
have an outro that's just like industrial lights being like clunked off. Just.
And then that weird electrical sound that comes with it too.
Zip farts, and then like for whatever reason, like the blackest 50-year-old janitor with a huge key ring just whistling and jangling as he locks up.
Yes, lots of echo too. Tons. Cody, let's work on that. You're an editor. Let's do that. Just go find the Hawaiian to be your janitor.
Maybe. No.
Oh my God! Did you freeze? No. Did you freeze at the end of the show?
I may have.
Holy shit! He froze at the end of the show. Oh, that's typical TRDS. Oh, there he is.
Back.
I think I heard you. There you are.
All right, end it quick.
All right, cool. All right.
I love you. Bye. Happy holidays.
That's it. Good night, Merry everybody.
Christmas. Is Hanukkah still kicking?
Happy holidays.
Never. They have the weirdest calendar.
No, stop. Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye.
Bye. All right, cut it.